can send the specific edits to all of you. Minor things such as cannabis sativa needing capitalization and changes. I think those are the main things that she really wanted me to cover. I will mention in terms of a neighboring state, I know Nebraska has also moved forward with an industrial hemp law. I hope that we can do this again soon. The question about height of the cannabis plant I want to address, that I'm not sure where that confusion came in, but the difference between a medical grade or recreational cannabis and industrial hemp has to do with primarily the components that you want out of the plant. So for industrial hemp, you're looking at, you want seed because you want that oil. You want fiber because you want to make that rope. And so you're going to grow very tall plants. Those are going to be the industrial hemp plants. They're going to be much taller because you want that fiber, and they're going to produce very little flower. Flower is what you want for recreational and medical cannabis. So they are going to be much shorter, they're going to be much bushier. And when you look at the plant, it's not so difficult to tell the difference. It's kind of like broccoli and cauliflower. Those are the same species of plant. And that's what's going on with industrial hemp and the rest of this marijuana. It is technically the same species of plant, and we put this sort of 0.3% THC definition on there to identify legally the differences, but that I hope explains a little bit better the differences.
Great, any questions for the witness? Yes. Representative Beard.
Okay, so you're saying it's the same plant, marijuana is just small and bushy. Industrial hemp, you just allow it to grow tall and thin.
Well, they are bred very differently. I mean, it's kind of like, if you look at broccoli and cauliflower, you can tell the difference, but they are the same species. The industrial hemp, you would be able to test regularly to make sure that they are 0.3% THC or less, but you don't want to grow them together. So if you were trying to grow industrial hemp or if you have a big plot of it and you wanted to grow your medical or recreational cannabis, those seeds, first of all, you don't want seeds in medical cannabis. So you're going to get this plant that's full of seeds and not flower. And then you're also, you're not going to be able to get the THC content that or some of the other cannabinoid content that you're looking for in the medical and recreational grade. It's going to lower the quality of both plants, basically.
Further questions for the witness? Representative Austin.
To inquire.
Proceed.
So, did I understand you right? It's your understanding that under federal law, there is no limitations to industrial hemp, or is there?
No, there is. They're allowing states that have industrial hemp programs to do these sort of pilot research projects, and so that was one of the concerns Andrea had was, we would say 2.5 acres is a limit here for being able to grow, but research plots are often less than that. So that is what is federally recognized. However, we've got all of these cannabis laws in these states that have changed their cannabis laws everywhere, and that has created a situation in which these states are moving forward with industrial hemp alongside of that.
So these other states that have passed industrial hemp statutes, are they limiting themselves to this 2.5 acres, or are they doing whatever they want?
I'm actually not sure. That's a good question.
Okay.
And I can get back to you on that.
Further questions for the witness? Seeing none, thank you for your testimony. Further, who wishes to speak in favor of House Bill 830?
Hello guys. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to speak with you about industrial hemp. My name is Brett Scott. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri, over there in the Scratcheries neighborhood. I'm here to talk about industrial hemp building energy efficient homes naturally. This can be a building product grown by Missouri farmers that can be used by Missouri craftsmen to build Missouri homes. This is the ultimate in buying local. anyway, I think it has the opportunity to be a game changer for our economy that starts by helping our most treasured resource, the Missouri farmers who grow our food. This is especially important to me because I was raised on a 4,000-acre cattle operation in North Missouri. So anytime I can help a farmer to help my business, I'm creating a win-win scenario. There's also the added benefit of creating more employment opportunities for additional Missouri residents. The three main parts of the hemp plant that I see the most potential for generating income is the seeds for the biofuel, the hemp fibers for building insulation, wall boards, particle board, clothes, sails. I'm reading about hemp fibers being used in new electronic gadgets. I'm reading about hemp fibers being used in batteries. So almost every day I'm hearing something new that they're developing products out of this hemp plant. But my favorite is the hempcrete, which is made from the herd of the center of the stalk. This is when combined with another natural product called lime and lime binders and stuff like that, and mixed with a little water, and then it creates, and then if you form it in a wall similar to forming concrete, you're creating an energy efficient wall that, while it's in its lifetime, it's soaking in carbon out of the air. So the plant, when it's growing, it's taking the carbon out of the air. When it's sitting there in your building and your walls holding up your house, it's taking the carbon out of the air, which, if we all know about carbon emissions and climate change, this is a helpful thing to offset that. I know you guys are tired. It's been a long day. But just back to that, I can buy this from another state, but that defeats my whole purpose of doing things to reduce carbon. I believe we should be growing this and supporting our state here. So I've heard you guys mention something about height. If back to my farming background, I wanted the tallest plants I could grow. I remember corn plants that were over my head on the horse that had 2 and 3 ears of corn. That was desirable. So if I'm growing hemp, and I'm growing it for that herd in the center of that plant, I want it to grow as tall as I've seen in like places like Europe, where it's over the top of the combine, and it's just, you can get more bang for your buck. There's different ways of sowing, of planting the crop. It's sown denser to make it grow taller and less bushy, the industrial hemp, compared to growing one for the flowers, the plant for the flowers. I've heard Mr. Beard mentioned being able to tell the difference or whatever. I read about a Colorado sheriff the other day he went on the record and said that if somebody, he can tell the difference between an industrial hemp plant and the other plant. And so that's not, I don't foresee that being a big issue with a little coaching to the law enforcement people, if that's a word. I'm available to answer any questions. I got more information than you guys would want to listen to this evening.
I bet you that's right. Any questions for the witness? Great. Thank you, sir. Appreciate your testimony. Further, who would speak in favor of House Bill 830.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, members of the committee. My name is Ike Skelton. I'm just a private citizen. I find it, I don't even know why we're discussing this issue. This should be a given that we can grow a plant in the state of Missouri or anywhere in this country. I wish that you would support this. I believe that we're talking about economic development, and I actually don't like part of the bill where it says that you have to have a license for this sort of thing. You don't have to have a license for corn or soybeans or anything else. And quite candidly, you know, this could be an economic boom for the state of